Nobody was drinking and driving or anything like that. The vehicle was not in operation. Kids at home, don't drink and drive. Adult, anybody listening, don't drink and drive. Just so you know. Anyway, hello babies, welcome back to Yeast Process Games. Heyo.
Welcome back, I'm glad to see you again. Oh, sorry, let's finish the intro. And
then that's Gary, what's his name?
Yep. So, anywho, I went to our Tubes of the U variety today, and I started watching our videos for posterity.
Reals?
I did. And I found that on our very first video, we actually had one comment! I was so excited.
Nice. What was the comment?
It was a comment about how, apparently, you picked up a different voice actor for Toast.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. I think I responded to it.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sad we haven't received any other comments, especially on our last video where all I needed was one comment and I would have done a thing, but, I guess you fellows just weren't that interested. It's fine.
He's just being a poop socket. He knows at this point that, well, I love that insult. I just rolled off the top of my head. Poop socket.
I mean.
Anyway, at this point, that episode hasn't even been edited or posted. Because we're trying to keep ahead to maintain a posting date so that the algorithms... That's a reference to Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Anyway, the algorithm will note that we post regularly, which this channel doesn't, because I set it up with the original Toast years ago. Oh my lord. Actually, it was funny.
An amount of time ago.
Right. Well, like, a year ago was well after I'd started. And I remembered I was talking with somebody, maybe Toast's mother, about the channel, and she was like, oh yeah, it's so funny, because, he was like 12 when we started doing it, maybe 11, and his voice started changing while we were going through it, and I literally have a time capsule of what Toast sounded like as little baby Toast.
Little baby Toast.
Little baby Toast.
Back when he was bred.
Right. And then, like, adolescent manly Toast. And I gotta say, speaking as an uncle who has no children of my own intentionally, thank you. Ladies, I am unavailable.
So do you have unintentional children then?
No, I have no children.
Oh.
Intentionally. But I have no children. Is the stop point.
Oh, okay.
And then parenthetical, that is intentional.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'd have phrased it, I have no intentional children.
I mean, you do you, baby.
Alright, so contribute, Gil. We just gotta give him 4,000 more. 3,000 more, apparently. Give him 5,000, see what happens.
I'm gonna give him 5,000.
Boosh! Alright, let's do a thing. Okay, ready. Anyway,
Ready, player one.
I don't think the audience has got to hear my rant about this.
Oh, please go on it. I hear it all the time. You should inflict it on everybody else, too.
So, to be absolutely clear, I did not care for the book. I liked what it was going for. Oh yeah, you gotta set units on the path because you're doing like the tower defense
original
RTS.
Tower defense game. Okay, we of course want this major checkpoint.
Set units XOXO.
Fight ya!
Exo. Oh my
no
lord.
weaker opponents, no stronger opponents.
When I played
Attack
this
ya.
as a child, all of those polygons made sense.
Oh no, I gave them all my money, so now I can't hire that many fighters. Alright, we gotta go back, boy. No. No. Oh, there's no going back.
Alright, well,
let's
just play
make
through
do
and see
with
what we do.
got.
In worst case scenario, we lose, and then we come back and try again with real money.
Alright. So,
I thought
in
he
this
said that
big
if we
path-
give him 30,000, that they would have enough money to fund the whole army, and we wouldn't even have to worry about paying, which was why I did it. I
so
might
we
have been
need
inebriated.
a defender.
You didn't want like the weird hammer thing at the back of the circle?
How much are defenders? Hopefully not that much. Defender. We still got enough. I want a defender on... Okay,
honestly,
it doesn't look like they can sneak up that way, so we've got a defender. Let's give him a support.
so when I was a kid, I feel like I remember doing this with wildly less skill than you would expect. He's just gonna hang on the back. Dude, bro. But like, what if we didn't fight anybody? You know? Can't we just like be friends? Yeah,
Can't we
like
just get along?
what's that weird like rocket laser that points down the hill? Like right next to the stoner.
I will find out.
Put it on this corner where they have to come up through the defender. Give them some backup. There's gotta be... That looks like a path.
That's what I was thinking. Hopefully there's no friendly fire. You want a thing that looks like a laser, this thing?
Yeah, catapult.
A catapult?
That's definitely a laser.
Can throw stone far off and roll it. Can't move. So we're gonna throw a catapult.
Oh, yeah, like tuck that in the backity back.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to rewatch Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, wow. Apparently they don't have as much range as I was
Expecting. Yeah. I would hit that one path that we couldn't put anything on, because I really feel like that's a path.
Alright.
I might be dumb. Worst case scenario, we get to lose this battle, go out, grind some money, and then come back and do it for reals. I mean, you know you want a stoner. You know you want a stoner.
I don't want a stoner. Can roll a stone. Sweet. Where's my shooter? Can shoot from your fur.
Affer. Beats. Wow.
Alright, let's go.
I literally read that as beats Waverly. I'm dumb.
Oh, that catapult is garbage.
It was supposed to be a laser. Oh my, what? All of my
man.
what?
Even on speed 3, they're so slow.
Can you, like, shoulder button to up the speed or something? Because it's got, like...
Oh, I can.
I'm gonna say, like, it has that's so bad. How is this the highest speed at times 3? How did I play this as a child? I sit still better now. I mean, but you're already halfway through the fight. Probably should have put the defender
Oh no, it's
slower.
a wyvern!
You don't even have a shooter on this side.
No, I don't. X. Oh man, and I choose stuff?
Weird. Attic. Why?
This is not how I remember this going. I'm
Yeah,
not
me
gonna lie.
either. I don't even know.
Stop! Why were you not healing? Are you healing?
Apparently not.
Oh, wow. Alright, roll through me. I don't give a...
Oh, this is, yeah, no es bueno. Alright, baby, so even after you give them all of your money so you can do this, apparently it's just to rent the hill face to fight them on. Your shooter
Stop!
does 10 damage.
Why is my repairer not heal? Why would I put a healer here if they're not gonna heal?
Man, I don't remember this being that difficult.
I don't see any healing.
And an enemy's already made it up through.
Oh wow, and that capital did nothing.
I mean, fight, I guess.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, maybe they were just mobs and to reduce the amount of people coming?
I don't know. I really don't.
But I feel bad now. I literally just sent them to their death. I'm a terrible general.
But are you the model of a modern terrible general?
Yes.
We'll have to write that parody.
I am the model of a modern terrible general. I don't know.
I'm the very model of a terrible general. Man, that terrible just does not fit in there. Like, one way or the other, you're wedging it.
It's true. I am lyrically challenged. On top of,
We made it through that one, but somehow the general will be back.
He's gonna scout the area well. We don't know what... Okay. Alright, this may or may not, spoiler alert,
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
An episode where we just grind so that way I can be king of the mountain.
Mountain. Were we making that joke on the last episode, or were we just making it while we talked about stuff?
I think it was just when we were outside being degenerates.
That's fair.
Screamed about it a bit.
So, if you're not our age...
It was a gibbous moon, by the way.
I don't know what that means. I wish I had more witchy knowledges. And I'm not even being facetious when I say that. I 100% mean.
I feel like it's a thing, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Right.
Because I know waxing and waning, and then there's a one for the crescent moon, which is less than half moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought gibbous moon was the more than half moon, but not quite full moon.
Like I say, I don't know. Like, I 100% believe that the moon holds levels of power and, like, astral bodies and all of that. And I am refraining from getting too deep into it because I'm sure I will offend people whose actual religious beliefs are being butchered by my own. And totally unintentional. But I really don't know my witchy stuff at all. It's one of those things I keep meaning to research because a lot of what I believe does pertain to that particular belief set. And I would like to know if it's like fully within, if my beliefs are fully within that or not. I believe in a lot of herbalism and the like. Anyway, that's off topic though. We were, King of the Mountain.
King of the mountain.
So, if you are our age, then you might recall a movie from our childhood, our collective childhood. Gary and myself and you listening at home, who is approximately our age, a movie called Out Cold.
Out Cold.
Out Cold. Now then, this was your standard 90s comedy. There was nothing truly great or spectacular about it, but in the 90s, it was one of the greatest movies I had ever seen.
Especially because I had never watched the movie Casablanca before, because that was for old people.
Man, Casablanca. I could not do a whole episode of this talking about that, but I could talk about that for a minute. Excuse me. Anyway, though, so this movie starts with, and this has stuck with me forever, the greatest prank I have ever seen. So all of these friends are in a bar, doing exactly what Gary and myself are doing right now, minus the video games. And one of them has a little too much. Just a little. And he falls asleep at the bar. So his friends put him in a vehicle that they push onto an icy patch. And then they put him in the driver's seat. And then they get this vehicle spinning. In place. Totally safe. Nobody was drinking and driving or anything like that. The vehicle was not in operation. Kids at home, don't drink and drive. Adult, anybody listening, don't drink and drive. Just so you know. Anyway, they get this vehicle spinning, and they all jump into it while it's spinning, and they get the friends set up slightly behind the wheel, better, and they're like, 1, 2, 3, and they all just start screaming, and the passed out friend wakes up in a vehicle that he believes he is driving, that is just spinning in circles, and just loses his entire mind, which is fair. And also, why don't drink and drive? You can find yourself in that real situation minus all of the funny hijinks. But, that prank is just stuck with me. Anyway, so they all work on the ski resort. That's why they had access to such a glorious patch of ice. And there's this point towards the middle, I want to say, like right about the middle of the movie, with the King of the Mountain.
Oh, yes. No, it was in, like, the first quarter.
Was it quarter, really?
It was real quick.
It has been so long. Like, 20 years at least.
Like, I would say within, the first 30 minutes of a 90-minute movie, so I guess third is correct.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, so it's been since the 90s that I last watched Out Cold. Mm-hmm. But, when the ski resort that they all worked on would close, they would compete to see who is the king of the mountain.
King of the mountain.
And it involved getting the largest stein of beer you could and skiing down the mountain as fast and recklessly as possible, hitting all of the jumps. Well, you didn't have to hit all the jumps, but you had to go down with style.
Right, while listening to one of the best soundtracks of all time.
What? I don't remember what song was playing. Like, I feel like it was real iconic of the era.
I feel like it was, like, something by VII.
Probably. Anyway, I mean, I can't speak for the soundtrack. Like I say, it's been 20 plus years since I watched it. I'm gonna have to make fun of Gary here in a minute. Anyway, for a comment made last night that we laughed for like 30 minutes about in my front yard.
I honestly don't remember, which, gives you an idea of what state we're in when we do these episodes.
That's fair. Anyway, so so you have to get to the bottom of the mountain. You have to have some beer left in your glass, and it has to be more than everyone else. But you also have to beat everybody else. They didn't quantify how much beer adjusted your time. Mm-hmm. But there definitely had to be some, or you were disqualified. So they're all going as fast as they can. Well, actually, before it even kicks off, the main character just takes it and knocks back his entire glass. Just drinks it. Like he's looking to get disqualified. And he goes boarding down the mountain, just tearing it up. And it was sick. Oh, my babies. Oh, that I'm not generally into, like, ski, snowboardy, skater. Like, that's just not my jam for a movie. Nothing against it. If you like it, you like it, and I'm happy for you. But he goes rolling down, and it's so good. And he gets to the bottom, and everybody rolls up, and some people got nothing in their glass, and most people got like a couple of drips, and they all just point at him, and they're like, "Bro, you're the reigning champ. How did you get down here with no beer in your glass?" And he holds his glass out and just spits the entire glass worth of beer back into his beer. Mm-hmm. So good. So good. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. If you have seen it, rewatch it. Won't kill you. Oh, my sandals just died. Oh, I'll live. Anyway, and that's King of the Mountain.
King of the Mountain.
So, last night, Gary and I were having this conversation about, because we're old, how as of this year, there will be people who are legal to drink that were not just not cognizant for Y2K, but they weren't even alive for Y2K. And the number of children I've explained, the level of terror that gripped the world about this potential problem as we approached 0-0 on the calendar. And I'm sure all of our older audiences are chuckling into their own beverage,
Right.
thinking about it, because, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't a thing to be kind of worried about, but some people, oh man, some people lost their minds. And it was spooky. So anyway, I'm talking about this. About how, these kids, to me, these babies, are legally allowed in my watering hole now.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary looks at me dead in the face and said, Badger, next year, there will be people born after 9/11. The end. He said that statement.
In utter seriousness.
Yeah.
With a look of, oh my gosh, I'm old on my face.
And
There will be people born after 9/11.
And I just looked at him and said, do you mean legal to drink? And then we laughed so hard we had to roll in the snow for a minute.
Yeah. No, because it turns out there have been people born after 9/11 for a while now.
Approximately 20 years, approaching 21.
But I was not wrong, though. Literally
Yeah.
next year, there will be people born after 9/11.
Yeah, for the record, it is an accurate statement. No, and that was why I tried so hard to figure out what he was going for before I was just like, what is this thing you are talking about, sir? I don't know, I just went British with that. Perhaps after this recording we'll have to put on our fighting trousers and do something about it.
I am always down
That reminds me.
to throw down with the fighting trousers.
We need to find out if there's more than just Professor Elemental and Mr. B. The gentleman
Mr.
rhymer.
B, the gentleman rhymer.
Because Chap Hop's so good. We had an eventful night last night after we finished recording, actually.
Yeah, it was a pretty good evening.
We tried on jackets.
Ooh.
We almost tried on
So
jackets.
it turns out that Gary may or may not be in the market for a leather jacket.
Biker leather jacket.
Biker leather jacket. Because he put that on and he looked
Fly!
yup.
He looked fly. No, he looked solid. In all fairness, most of my artifacts of power, my leather jacket being one of them, make everyone look good. I love that jacket. But it does also help to prove that everybody should wear a biker leather jacket. It's good armor.
Yeah, it turned out to be pretty solid.
And if you wear 12 coats under it, you don't get cold. Poor Gary. He deals with the snow about as well as the tuna do.
Ugh. The chill is not for I. So apparently they don't have a battle right now. I guess I've just got to come back later.
I mean, at least we won the previous one, I guess.
We did. We took out the commander the previous time. Yes.
So,
Whatever.
where are we going next? What are we doing? I know that we went to the Chocobo
Yeah,
farm.
we got some ladders. Bane of my existence.
I'm not gonna lie, I literally thought you were doing that on purpose.
Well, we got the Chocobo. We went past the Snick.
Snack.
You found Condor Mountain, aka Eagle! And now we're gonna move on and see what else we can find.
Alright. Excuse me.
Can't reach, they say. What should we do? They say, have a bolt.
Have a bolt. Huh. I don't know why I just thought of that about this. I was wishing that we had more stories to read to the audience, but I didn't want to dig up my laptop. So I was trying to see if writing.com still existed, which, for the record, it does. Mm-hmm. And if I could find any of my old writing on there, which I don't even remember what username I posted under.
Checks out.
But, I can't figure out how to access other stories, or how to access the stories without being a member. Oh, site archive?
Well, you do with your hands like this, see?
I mean, I'm trying. Author archive. Oh, man. Let's see if I can remember what little edgelord badger was calling himself in high school. Oh, that's sad. Badger thought he was real hardcore. Back when he was 15 and no one else in the world knew what it was like to be 15.
Right?
Let's see.
You're gonna have to insert some funny animations going on during that 30 seconds of silence while you were scrolling through things on your phone. Maybe with that song, you know, I'm not talking about the circus song, not the but you know, the one where everybody goes like back and forth between the doors. Yeah. Maybe do that too.
You know what's crazy?
I'm not a botanist.
Actually, Yakety Sax is still protected by copyright, even though it's old, and one would expect it to not be. But it is also, like, really expensive to license.
Huh.
Which, I mean, is fair. It's pretty popular. But, also, I don't edit the goofy poop into the videos anymore.
I know. But I could have been.
Coulda, woulda, hudda, hudda.
Hada hada hadako?
I was literally about to roll into that, and I was like, none of those syllables I said made sense. I was so thoroughly distracted.
Oh, I'm an old lady. Making some soup.
I'm just an old lump of coal.
But I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
You.
Jimmy Neutron, I will never forget you. OMG though. Ooblar from Jimmy Neutron. I still quote him in my daily life. Ooblar, stop it. It's toast.
The first time I ever watched it, I was like, man, Sheen is my spirit animal. And then it gets to the point where all of the parents disappear and everybody's like eating candy and going crazy, and it cuts to Sheen and he's just like, I'm peeing in the shower. And then it cuts to all these kids who are like blowing stuff up and skateboarding where they shouldn't, and it cuts back to Sheen and he's like, I'm still doing it. And I was just like, Sheen is my spirit animal. He's a simple dude with simple wants.
Right.
And that want is to pee in the shower. I mean, I can't knock him for it.
You're not wrong. Alright, let's see. Barrett could use a mithril. Really? That's all you guys have? Alright.
Doesn't everybody have a mithril? Oh, Barrett's the only one without a mithril?
Yeah. I honestly didn't even need to buy one. We just had one in stock. But
I had bought enough to get him one. I thought we'd give it to him.
Whatever.
Nothing good in this town?
Well, it's trash so far. Let's see what else we can find. Ever since Shinra built the city up above the war...
Up above the wharf?
There's no fish in our water.
There's a fish in my boot! That's a weird thing to crawl into your boot, right. Unbeknownst to you.
Though, it was only during the last episode that I realized. So, Here, I'm gonna try to hit buttons while I do this stuff. Ooh, I didn't realize we were playing Echo the Dolphin.
Dude, Echo the Dolphin. Hey, not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Weirdly dark history.
I don't know about its history, but it's not a bad game.
So it's been theorized, and there's a whole lot of things that tied into like some weird experiments done with dolphins in like the 70s, early 80s. I'll have to find you a couple of the conspiracy videos around it, but it gets weird.
Yeah, well, anywho, my brother Turtle and I have been discussing. Also, you know this. We used to just speak in movie quotes to each other. Movie quotes, book quotes. You know, to heck with making your own conversation and having your own thoughts and ideas. We would just repurpose quotes from media and use them in our normal conversations. And then it became memes, as soon as memes became a thing. And it's still going on, and I thought it was just a recent thing. But reading that high school story about Mr. Bubbles the monkey, Mr. Rogers, I realized that I've basically been speaking in memes my entire life. Yeah, it was just interesting to me to know that. Let's cast some poison on him. Look, I'm trying, but I'm gonna need something from you to help keep this going.
So I finally found a backdoor heyo into the thing, and I can finally do some searches. Anyway, no, I had this friend, the Wiseman of the group, a million years ago, who was also dating my sister at the time. My sister Rose, who showed up on a podcast I used to do a million years ago. Anyway, this friend of mine and I would speak solely in memes also. And when my sister would get upset about it, we would look her dead in the face and tell her to, quote, read a book. Read literally any book and you'll understand what we are saying. And it always made her so sad. Which, I mean, illustrates that I was obviously the best of older sibling. I was doing my job right.
Why didn't that cure everybody, I wonder?
You don't have it combined with all?
I do.
Are you positive?
Very.
I think you're done too.
But it's not working now.
Weird.
Also, I don't know how to get this bubble off of Tifa, and it's not by attacking it.
It's I was literally about to be like, did you try hitting her?
Yeah, twice. I punched her in the face. She now is... The bubble's still suffocating her. We still ended up winning, though.
I feel like Gary knows a thing or two about the power wrist.
My right arm's a lot stronger than my left one.
I'm not gonna lie, I was planning on cutting my joke out, but now I kind of gotta leave it. In that I feel it's innocuous enough that, much like with Shrek, the people who need to get it will get it.
Onions?
Yes. Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Oh, Internet. I love you so much, but you're literally just a dumpster full of diapers that is on fire.
Oh, look at Cloud's about to cross the line. He's gonna go mouth to mouth.
Dude, you know what's funny?
Is that... Oh, it's a CPR gauge. Alright, Cloud, remember, just because you have the opportunity, don't use the tongue. You gotta do it in times 3? Heck yeah, I am. Wow, this is times 3? I couldn't even imagine how slow it'd be on times 1.
It tells you... Oh, press again to stop the gauge. So you need to stop the gauge at a point.
That's what I'm doing. It says... At the top, I would imagine. Am I not supposed to do it at the top?
I don't know.
What do I look like,
maybe
a botanist?
I mean, you do. You do look like a botanist.
He's shaking his head.
Do it in the middle. See? Told you. Do it in the middle. You're trying to explode that poor girl's lungs. No, anyway, recent science has indicated that mouth-to-mouth is not only unnecessary, it is also more likely to be harmful.
Huh.
Yeah, you are better off just doing the chest compressions, apparently.
Huh.
I don't know, I've never
mouth
been
to
through
mouth
CPR
was to be
training.
used to help expel the water. I don't know. I'm not a botanist.
No, so, like, I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. I just saw a thing about it, and I was very drunk when I saw it.
You're aware that not everything on the interwebs is true, correct?
Oh, it was from, like, an actual doctor.
You're aware that not everybody on the internet is who they say they are, correct? That was, vicious.
So, that wasn't actually an attack at you. I was just trying to get it away from so I could stop fidgeting with it. It nailed your glass perfectly and then flew in a straight line exactly perpendicular to the one I just shot it at. It straight full 90-degree angled, and I wish the audience could have seen my glorious moment.
You know what else is on that zip drive? Is apparently...
Well, it's on my laptop now.
I don't know if it was for a class or what. I don't even remember it. But I have a PowerPoint presentation on the 10 golden rules of using the internet.
Oh, one of these days I should read the list of rules that established why Rule 32 is Rule 32.
What's Rule 32?
Yeah, we're not getting into that on this.
You mean 34?
Yes, 34.
Okay.
I was like, alright. Doesn't matter. Yes, Rule 34, yes. Anyway, though, one day I was literally looking up, like, why is it called Rule 34? You know, like, I accept it, I know what Rule 34 is, but I was like, why is? And I found this list created by somebody on 4chan, like, 15 years ago, that's like the 50 rules of the internet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the first two rules of the internet are, you do not talk about the internet. To illustrate the time frame at which this was probably written, which I want to say is like 98? For as much as I love that movie, I'm surprised I don't remember when it came out.
And jeepers.
What's up?
I have been grinding my Tuskis? Tukus, there we go. I've been grinding my Tukus off to get 2,000 AP, and I need 38,000 more just to hit the next level of steel. Like, OMG,
what? I saw something come floating up the screen when you moved onto it, and I swear to God it said suicide.
Yeah, that's enemy skill. Level 4 suicide.
Ooh.
Or L4 suicide. I don't know, I'm not a botanist.
I think this cup is smaller than my usual cups. Or I just rolled a 0. Not even a 1, a 0.
Yeah, I would agree that is ounces smaller than the standard variety.
You know, I think it really might be 12 ounces, because I feel like 4 of them just hit me in the belly. In my belly. I'm rotund. I'm like Moto. Don't poke my stain!
Oh my jeez. It's like those old school late 90s, early aughts movies where it was okay to have like girls in wet white t-shirts in those risque movie comedy things, and it looks like that, except it's just a giant patch on Badger's tum-tum, and
I call it my bongo, thank you.
And it is captivating.
The best part is because it's cola and rum based, is it's like vaguely my skin tone.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Even
that's
when
what
I pull
thinking.
it off of my body, it's still kind of my skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really weird, because I'm sitting here in an exercise shirt or an undershirt. I'm not going with its regular title because I don't know when that term's going to get canceled, but it's got to be around the corner. What these are, excuse me, what these are colloquially known as.
The wife appreciators?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I'm wearing one of those shirts. It's a tank top for men with the corduroy grooves. And you can't see my nips because my spendies are covering them. But you think you can see my belly button, but no, that's just cola and rum forming a stain on my belly.
That is oddly matching his skin tone.
That's so weird. Because I'm very pale.
I'd honestly say you're more red than
I was going to say,
pale.
yeah, that's fair. I have a lot of Celt in me, so I've got that, real pink skin tone. And I would not expect cola and rum to do that. Also, obviously, this is solely commentary on what I look like and not commentary on skin color. Just saying.
I wasn't paying attention. Are you demonetizing our videos again?
Demonizing? Because we aren't monetized yet.
Oh, I thought that was why I wasn't allowed to say the no-no words. Because
No,
we
you're
didn't
not
want
allowed
be
to say the no-no
demonetized.
words because we don't want them to go against us once we get monetized. Assuming we ever get monetized. We're going to need more than 5 people watching our videos.
I was going to say, because you haven't paid me yet.
I paid for 3/4 of the booze.
Except, okay, you know what? We won't even get into it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I said 3/4.
I'm glad you know how to measure. Not.
I mean, you generally get the schmooks. The schmooks.
Right?
So it looks like we got some story going on. How long we got the story going for? Do you know?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember that little girl and fighting a giant fish monster from when I played this game 20 years ago. I'm not sure where we're at or what we're doing.
Alright.
We've just got stuff going on.
Why does everyone in this town walk around with their arms at, military at ease?
Because they're old people.
That's fair. Why is everyone in this town old? Where are the children?
Well, there's at least one, and she is right there.
They. How about they? Priscilla. You know, I'm still sticking with they. Admittedly, this game is from the 90s, so...
Look at those giant duck feet, though.
I just assumed she was wearing, surfing flip... Not surfing. It's scuba flippers.
I prefer
Diving
the duck
flippers.
feet.
Well, I mean, they give you the effect of having duck feet, yeah.
No, I prefer they just are duck feet. We got Shiva! Oh man, what is her name? Shiva La Cremini.
Shiva Kamini Samakanda Kram?
Yeah.
Shiva Kamini Samakanda Kram! I need to rewatch that show too.
It's a good show.
I remember rather enjoying it.
I mean, Ruxin is the best part of it.
I hate you so bad. I hope you were saying that to trigger me, because if you actually believe that, I'm going to force feed you chocolate-covered cherries.
You're right. Ruxin's not the best. Rafi is the best.
Oh man, I'm not gonna say he's the best, but you're not wrong.
Don't get me wrong, the first time I watched it through, I was like, I hate Rafi so much. Second time I watched it through, I was like, Rafi's my boy.
Yeah, okay, so, I don't think we said the title. Did I say the title? The League.
We didn't.
Okay, yeah, watch The League.
If only for the intro song, which is by the Fratellis.
Oh, it totally is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Fratellis. Well, and John LaJoie, honestly, they nailed it with the cast.
Oh, John LaJoie is pretty okay.
I hate you so bad. I mean, they did a good job. And with the exception of Nick Kroll, who, if you like him, and that's on you, and that's totally okay. My opinion doesn't have to be your opinion. That's Ruxin.
Oh, okay.
Nick Kroll is Ruxin, and he's a comedian, and I have not found any of his appearances or his comedy amusing at all.
I enjoy Ruxin, but I think it's only because I see him as a poor man's Jeff Goldblum. And I really hurt me some Jeff Goldblum.
You're just saying that because Spoilers, Jeff Goldblum plays his father. In, like,
I honestly
2 or
don't
3
remember
episodes.
that.
So Ruxin's father within the show is played by Jeff Goldblum.
Huh.
Yeah. And there's only a couple of episodes with it.
I'll admit, I only watched like the first 3 seasons when that was available on Hulu. I haven't seen that show in years.
Anyway.
Now it seems like I have to.
Right? Get through this.
Don't tell me
we need to save.
You're not my
we need
real
to save.
dad.
We need
Dude,
to save.
I can save at any point. I've saved
You're
like
not
5
on the map.
times.
You're not on the map.
OM Jeepers, Becky.
I'm the cutest Becky you've ever met. Oh, so, since we're about to wrap up this episode, I just wanted to let you know that we now have a Twitter. We have a Twitter specifically for this channel. It is YeastPG at YeastPG on Twitter. You can still follow me at King Badger Says, and you can follow Gary in real life. It's not interesting, but you can do it. I'm not going to stop you, and he's not going to notice.
I am very oblivious.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
We will catch you on the flippest of sides.
On
Goodbye
the flippity
forever.
flap.